What's going on, everybody? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and Capcom, following on the big success of many different companies and all sorts of old school retro ports, arcade ports, collections, whatever it is, including their own Capcom beat 'em up bundle, are following on with an extra new little, I won't even call it a little thing, because it's not so plain and simple, just like some of these collections or re-releases. So when you look at the Capcom beat 'em up bundle, it was either a game card, a disc, a download, whatever. No, was there even physical edition on anything? I can't remember. But there was a downloadable collection where you could put a couple of games on. Well, the games were already on it. And you could play stuff, you had along the lines of Captain Commando, Final Fight, Armored Warriors, things like that. There was a couple of good games. Knights of the Round was on there as well. And it was a pretty good value bundle. Some great games on there. Obviously, Capcom is one of the better, higher quality beat 'em up producers on the arcades from back in the day, along with them and Konami. And not to mention Konami having a couple of arcade collections, upcoming retro collections like Castlevania, Contra, and all as well. But Capcom are going that one step further, and they have announced what they're calling the Capcom Home Arcade. Now, unlike the arcade 1-up machines, it's not a full-size cabinet, it's not a three-quarter size cabinet. No, this is a little bit different. This is actually a two-player arcade stick, a full-size two-player arcade stick, complete with proper arcade hardware, like Sanwa JLF TP8YT sticks, and OBSF buttons. So it's pretty legit when it comes to the arcade hardware side of it. But more importantly, it also features a HDMI out, is powered by micro USB, has built-in wireless so you can connect to the internet and check out leaderboards online and whatnot. But more importantly, it has 16 arcade ROMs put inside this. Now these 16 games are as follows: 1944 The Loop Master, Armored Warriors, Capcom Sports Club, Captain Commando, Cyberbots Full Metal Madness, Darkstalkers The Night Warriors, Eco Fighters, Final Fight, Ghouls and Ghosts, Giga Wing, Mega Man The Power Battle, Pro Gear, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, which of course, as many of you know, is the best version of Street Fighter 2, Strider, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, and most importantly, this is the first ever official home release in any way, shape, and form of Alien vs. Predator. One of those games that was essentially lost to the arcade because it never properly received a home console port. And for those of you out there who don't know, Alien vs. Predator is one of the greatest arcade beat 'em ups of all time. Many people consider it the pinnacle of arcade beat 'em up classic. And even if I do have one or two as a slight more preference above it, I can understand, and I absolutely agree, that it's one of the best ever ones ever made. Now, strangely enough, this whole thing with the layout and the buttons and all, it's actually the Capcom logo, which I think is a horrible design for this, because they could have went with so much more and came out with something so much better. Now, all of this will be available on October 25th, 2019. But here is the little bit of a kicker. When you look at all the modern mini consoles and retro consoles and stuff, like the NES Mini, the SNES Mini, the upcoming Mega Drive Mini, the Neo Geo Mini, stuff like that, they're all under $100, €100, whatever it is. Some of them significantly so. But this Capcom Home Arcade is launching at €230. That is a steep price. Now, it's unknown how long these are going to be made, or how many of them are going to be made. But honestly, I kind of want this for several reasons. One, it's nice to have. It would be that kind of thing, the same way you'd buy a NES Mini or a SNES Mini. I'm not 100% into buying those just for the sake of them. For example, I skipped the Neo Geo Mini, even if I did stupidly buy a PlayStation Classic. But hell, that was deeply discounted when I bought it. Cut me some slack. But anyway, a system like this, even though it's so expensive, many of the games on it are good, but there's obviously other ways to play some of them too. But realistically, I would consider this worth it just for an official Alien vs. Predator launch and re-release alone. That arcade board is fairly hard to find, at least in good condition and working order, and it's kind of expensive when you do find it. So just to be able to have that in an official re-release would be kind of nice, even if, again, the stick is pretty hideous. It launches in a couple of months, 25th of October 2019, so I still have 6 months to decide if I want to drop €230 on this bad boy. Who knows, maybe Capcom will actually reach out and give me a nice little review unit, as I have kind of hit them up for one. But who knows? Who knows? If you want to see me get a review unit, why not head on over to Twitter, like the tweet I made about it directly to them. Maybe even comment on the same thing, giving them the same idea. Who knows? Maybe I'll save myself some money and Capcom can hook me up. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts and feelings are on this Capcom Home Arcade. Do you think the stick looks good? Do you think it looks gorgeous? Do you think it looks hideous? What do you think of the game list and the price? But most importantly, would you be interested in picking one up, especially for something along the lines of AVP? Sure, we can all MAME stuff, but nothing beats supporting the officially licensed stuff when they go out of their way to do something like this. Who knows, maybe they'll eventually release a download version, a new additional bundle or something like that with it in it. One can only hope, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let me know all of that good stuff in the comment section below. Hit the appropriate button to let me know how I did on the video, and while you're at it, why not head on over and hit the subscribe button and even ring the little notification bell. Granted, getting a notification from YouTube in current year about a new video upload or live stream or whatever is a whole other story, but hey, at least you can say you tried, am I right? As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the rest of the videos in my channel.